9 FM, KQCR, Parkersburg, Iowa Falls, Hampton. Homegrown and locally owned. Allison, Clarksville, Ackley, Dyke, Kesley, Appleton. And on the Go Media Station.
Chiropractic care isn't just for when you're having back problems. Regular maintenance at Coonan & Collins Chiropractic Clinic keeps your body moving correctly. Call Coonan & Collins Chiropractic Clinic in Hampton, 456-4142.
Arby's at the Mill, exit 208 on Highway 20. Download the mobile app today and start saving on their delicious deals. 2 for $6 and 3 for $5. Order ahead in the app and have your favorites ready to pick up at Arby's at the Mill today.
Would you sell your vehicle for cash, or would you like a vehicle upgrade? Dale Howard Auto Center, located in Iowa Falls, wants to purchase your vehicle, paying Top Edmunds true market value. Stop in for your quick cash offer or receive an instant online appraisal on their website, dalehoward.com. Whether you are looking for a new, used, or pre-owned vehicle, they have everything you need in one spot. But don't take their word for it. Stop by and see what makes Dale Howard Auto Center the best dealership in Central Iowa. Dale Howard Auto Center, helping you get there.
Dale Howard Auto Center, Iowa Falls, and Waverly.
It's Friday night, and it's time to shift gears into overdrive. The nightly Dale Howard Sports Drive on KLMJ and KQCR goes into overdrive. High school football scores and reports.
The action is. I love high school and college.
Hi, this is Tony Howard. Just like Dale Howard's Auto Center in Iowa Falls has a 3-generation tradition in service excellence, Dale Howard's is proud to again sponsor this Friday night North Iowa football tradition with Radio on the Go. Stay tuned for the scores and the reporters on the Dale Howard Sports Overdrive.
Where the action is.
Good evening, high school football fans. Welcome into the Dale Howard Sports Overdrive on 104.9 KLMJ 99 The Wave, streaming around the world at RadioOnTheGo.com. Week number 4 of action. Mostly in the books. Few games still finishing up out there. 63 degrees currently here at the Crown Jewel Travel Studios in Hampton. Shawn Dietz, glad to be along with you here. Let's start off by running down our local scores, shall we? We'll start off, let's do it alphabetical, shall we? Appleton Parkersburg on the road tonight. Our featured game on 99 The Wave. John Mowinkle had the call as MFL Marmac shut out the Falcons tonight, 43-0. The final score there. We'll hear from John in just a moment with details on that. Also on the road tonight, Clarion Goldfield Dows, another shutout as Garner Hayfield Ventura wins 21-0. We'll hear from Dave Stein later in the show on that one as the Cowboys fall on the road. Here's a win from the area. The Clarksville Indians get back in the win column with a 70-20 win over Tripola tonight in Clarksville. Also another area win for Class 1A's 5th-ranked Dyke New Hartford Wolverines, 46-6 the final score tonight in Dyke at the Gunderson Sports Complex as the Wolverines defeat Sumner Fredericksburg and earn their 250th win in program history since Dyke and New Hartford merged all the way back in 1992, thanks to D&H Schools on Twitter for that little stat there. Also, top-ranked Grundy Center from Class 1A. They were a winner tonight, 42-6 over East Marshall. Another note on that one, 30 wins in a row for the Spartans dating all the way back to 2022. Shout out to Jake Ryder for that nugget on that game. Our featured game on 104.9 KLMJ tonight saw the Nevada Cubs defeating the Hampton-Dumont Cal Bulldogs 41-21 tonight, as the Bulldogs looked to get in the win column and did not do so. The Bulldogs now 2-2 officially on the season. We know it's all 3-1 though. Wapsie Valley 33-6 is the final score over North Butler there. The Bearcats on the road and fall at the Warriors there. Wapsie Valley 33-6 winners over the Bearcats. And down in Eldora tonight, number 6 in Class 1A, the South Hardin Tigers, a 49-19 winner over visiting Al Burnett. And with that, we'll get off to our first recap of the night. We'll send it to Mitch Williams. He was in Nevada tonight on the call alongside Joshua Hamlin on 104.9 KLMJ as the Hampton-Dumont Cal Bulldogs lose to the Cubs of Nevada 41-21. Here's Mitch.
The Hampton-Dumont Cal football team wrapping up non-district play Friday night as they're on the road to take on the Nevada Cubs. As it was the 4th straight season the Bulldogs and the Cubs would meet during the season. Nevada came away with a win on homecoming here on Friday night with a 41-21 win. Nevada got the scoring started there in the first quarter with a 52-yard touchdown reception by Gavin England to make the score 7-0 after the PAT was good. That coming on a 3rd and 10 there, right on their side of the 50. Colin Burt for HD Cal would get the Bulldogs on the board with a 21-yard touchdown reception from Ryder Struther to make the score 7 apiece after the PAT was good. In the second quarter, the only score there was a 16-yard touchdown reception by Lucas Brown, and the PAT was good to make the score 14-7 at the halftime break. To open up the third quarter, Nevada would go on a long touchdown drive, mostly run plays. It was capped off by a 2-yard touchdown run by the quarterback Connor King to make the score 21-7. On the next Nevada possession, it was a botched snap, and the quarterback Connor King unable to handle it, and it was a fumble recovery by Jacob Mailer. And on the next HD Cal possession, it was a 4-yard touchdown run by Colin Bird to make the score 21-14 about midway through the third quarter. But then there was a couple more scores by Nevada. There's a 15-yard touchdown reception by Brown once again to make the score 28-14. And then make the score 34-14 later on with a Drake Hinson 8-yard touchdown reception. Again, 34-14 was the score at that time. PAT no good. HD Cal got on the board one last time with a Brady Haar 5-yard touchdown reception from the quarterback Ryder Struther as the Bulldogs made it 34-21. And then Anthony Eaton got his first rushing touchdown of the night. It was the final score of the game. It was a 25-yard touchdown run for the Cubs to make it 41-21. Your final stats from this one: Anthony Eaton for the Cubs, 23 carries, 157 yards, and a touchdown. Connor King, the senior quarterback for the Cubs, 15-27 for 254 yards, 4 touchdowns, also an interception. Leading receiver for the Cubs, Lucas Brown, 2 touchdowns, 128 receiving yards. For the Bulldogs, Colin Bird, 11 carries, 47 yards, and a rushing touchdown, also a receiving touchdown. Ryder Struther was 7 of 18 passing, 93 yards, and those 2 touchdowns. HD Cal falls to 2-2 on the season officially, and they'll take on Humboldt next week for their first district game during homecoming week as well for the Bulldogs. For the Dale Howard Sports Overdrive, I'm Mitch Williams for Radio on the Go Sports.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Mitch. Appreciate that. And let's see here. Elsewhere in Class 3A District 2 action tonight, well, actually all these scores are non-district, but other teams playing from District 2 tonight. Algona shutting out Boyden Hull Rock Valley at home, 35-0. North Polk defeats Humboldt a week after Humboldt defeated a very difficult top, well, they were number 2, I think, at the time last week. But anyway, Humboldt falls tonight at home. North Polk with the win, 26-17 there. And then West Delaware also defeating Webster City. Webster City out of District 2 there in Class 3A, 49-7, the final score, West Delaware over Webster City. Jumping back to Class 1A, we've got a report from, let's see here, Maquoketa, I believe is where that is. Applington-Parkersburg falling on the road tonight. John Mowinkle had the call on 99 The Wave as MFL Marmac was the 43-0 winner over the Applington-Parkersburg Falcons.
The Applington-Parkersburg football team struggled to maintain momentum early and ended up getting blitzed 43-0 at MFL Marmac in Week 4 on Friday night in the district opener, as aired on 99 The Wave. The Falcons are now 0-4 for the first time in program history and have begun district play 0-1. MFL Marmac was able to march straight down the field pretty much on all of their drives except for one in the first half, on touchdown runs by Eli Hansen. He had 2 in the first half. Parker Keel had a couple of touchdowns in the game as well. Hunter Christofferson and Quinn McHugh adding touchdowns for MFL Marmac throughout this one. AP could not get great field position. That was one of Coach Thomas's keys entering this one, but basically the entire first quarter was played in Applington-Parkersburg territory. They could just not swing that pendulum and get the momentum that they needed. The good news for AP in this one is that they cut down the number of turnovers. They had a couple later in the game after the result of the game had kind of been decided, but they go from 8 last week to just 2 this week against MFL Marmac, and they got some new guys into the action. We'll talk about that in a sec, but here's Coach Aaron Thomas on his post-game thoughts from this loss to MFL Marmac.
We played the whole first quarter. I don't think we ever got the ball to the other side of the field, and you know, we got to be able to where we can move it. And then after the first quarter, we did move it a little and did some better things there. And defensively early, They just marched it on us at will. Good job by Coach Lynch. We made the adjustment defensively. We went back to our forefront. We had the 5 in, back to the 4, and I thought our guys were better. We're there. We just got to keep working on our tackling, because I thought we were there quite a few times. And their credit, they got some strong physical running backs, but we're going to see more of those throughout the year. So we just got to finish plays and tackle. But, I thought our guys never quit. I was proud of that. It would have been easy, especially early when we got down, 20-27, to spit the bit, get the clock running. And, our guys did not do that. They continued to battle. So very proud of that.
One of the new wrinkles that AP added was freshman Devin Eberhardt coming in and getting some carries, unofficially 9 carries, 39 yards. He was able to burst through some holes and find some openings, something that you really can't teach. So certainly will be interesting to see what the game plan with him is the rest of the season. Leading rusher for the Falcons was Creighton Eberhardt, 13 carries for 72 yards. And the Falcons just had a few pass completions to Caleb Campbell. He had 2 receptions for 10 yards. Creighton Eberhardt, 1 catch, 14 yards. And Devin Eberhardt, 1 reception for 4 yards. MFL Marmac had 2 rushers over 100 yards. Eli Hansen had 104 yards, and Quinn McGew had 225 yards on his 16 carries. So Appleton Parkersburg will look to put this in the rearview mirror. After playing 3 of their first 4 on the road, they will play 3 of their final 4 games at home, and it'll start by taking on Denver at home next week in Week 5 at Ed Thomas Field. The Falcons will look for their first win of the season next week. Once again, the final score in Week 4, MFL Marmac 43, Appleton Parkersburg 0. I'm John Mowinkle reporting from Monona for Radio on the Go Sports.
Thank you very much, John. Appreciate it very much. Some other scores coming in there during the break. An instant classic in Waverly tonight. The top-ranked Clear Lake Lions from Class 3A fall with a last-second field goal from the Go-Hawks. Waverly Shellrock 31-30 over the Clear Lake Lions tonight. Also coming in during that report there in 8-man football action, North Iowa defeating Rockford tonight 57-6, and Don Bosco over Key of Lansing 49-12. Elsewhere around 8-player action, we mentioned that Clarksville defeated Tripola 70-20, and also another big score, difference in points here as Gladbrook Rhinebeck defeats Dunkerton 71-6 in 8-player action. Moving on to Class A District 2, West Hancock defeated North Union 47-7. This is the district that features Belmont, Cluny, and West Fork. Still looking for scores on those 2 schools. So we will continue to look for those during the break. Also in Class A, moving on to District 3, North Tama defeated BCLUW tonight 54-24. Wapsie Valley, the 8th-ranked team in District 3 in Class A there. Wapsie Valley defeating North Butler 33-6. That is also the district that AGWSR is in. Still looking for a score from the Cougars as well. Class 1A District 3 action, as we mentioned, saw Dyke New Hartford defeating Sumner Fredericksburg 46-6. MFL Marmac over Appleton Parkersburg 43-0. 1A District 4 top-ranked Grundy Center a 42-6 winner over East Marshall. South Hardin, the number 6 team in Class 1A, a 49-19 winner over Alberhet. Class 2A District 2, Okoboji, the Pioneers, with a 40-19 win over the Midgets of Esterville Lincoln Central. Garner Hayfield Ventura shutting out Clarion Goldfield Dows in District 2 tonight, 21-0. Spirit Lake stomping Forest City 56-0. 2A District 6 action, PCM of Monroe, a 55-7 winner over Jessup. That is the district that features the Iowa Falls Alden Cadets. I think they were getting close to a final there. Haven't grabbed that final score yet there, but Iowa Falls Alden at Union in LaPorte City tonight. Class 3A District 2, run through those scores again. That is Hampton-Dumont Cowles District, and Nevada defeating the Bulldogs tonight 41-21. Algona shutting out Boyden Hull Rock Valley 35-0. It was North Polk over Humboldt 26-17. All of these non-district scores in Class 3A, by the way. Top-ranked Clear Lake falls on the road at Waverly Shellrock tonight 31-30 on a last-second field goal by the Go-Hawks, and West Delaware a 49-7 winner over Webster City. We'll take a break. When we return, we'll have a couple of more reports. We'll hear from Phil Barnett. He'll tell us about Clarksville's victory tonight. We'll also hear from our friend Dave Stein over at Clarion telling us about the Cowboys tonight. It's all coming up on the Dale Howard Sports Overdrive. Stay tuned here on 104.9 KLMJ, 99 The Wave, and RadioOnTheGo.com. Also streaming live on Facebook and YouTube tonight.
Let's do this. You want me to go again? Yes! this. We're going again.
30 years. Radio on the Go keeps going and going and going and going. KLMJ has you covered from Belmont to Ackley and beyond.
Let's keep it going. This is so much fun.
Parkersburg. Thanks for listening to your station. 99 The Wave.
Kerner Whipple Pharmacy reminds you of their flu shot clinic, Friday, September 27th, when they will be doing RSV, COVID, and or flu vaccines every 10 minutes. That's the flu shot clinic on the 27th. Contact Kerner Whipple Pharmacy in Hampton for your appointment.
Real cold weather may be a ways away, but Murphy's Heating and Plumbing of Hampton and Sheffield remind you it's time to service your furnace. From checking the blower to putting in a new filter, have Murphy's check your furnace this week so you'll be comfy when cold weather hits.
Talk with Tobin Drainage. Tobin's can handle your job. While you're in the cab this fall, give Kevin a call. 319-269-2412. That's Tobin Drainage of Parkersburg. Farm tiling, septic work, and a whole lot more. Dial 319-269-2412.
It's time to think about lining up your flu shot. Contact your local Unity Point Clinic in Parkersburg, Grundy Center, or Eldora. They have influenza and other vaccines available to help you stay healthy this fall and winter. That's from Unity Point, where you matter.
Radio on the Go weather. Active weather moving our way with a rather large storm system settling into the plains. And we're pretty clear as the night goes on into the early parts of our Saturday. The overnight low 60s. We'll see some sunshine for Saturday, warming to a high of 85. Through the afternoon, we're going to start to kick in some scattered showers and even a strong to isolated severe storm. 70% chance for rain and thunderstorms by Saturday night, and more scattered showers and thunderstorms bubbling up Sunday. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Naramore.
Thank you very much, Jennifer. 62 degrees in Hampton. More coming up on the Dale Howard Sports Overdrive.
FM 104.9. KLM.
Point after carry to make the score 16-0 Indians. Following a turnover on downs there for the Chipola Panthers, the Indians gave the ball right back to the Panthers with 2 minutes and 26 seconds left in the first quarter. Barons threw an interception to Drew Urbanek that was returned for a touchdown, and that was followed by a Drew Urbanek to Ethan Schonebeld pass completion for the point after, make the score 16-8. Indians came right back, running the football with a minute and 25 seconds left in the first quarter. Nathan Moon scored on a 29-yard touchdown carry to make the score 22-8, followed by a Moon point after touchdown run, make the score 24-8 to end the first quarter. Chipola came right back at the start of the second quarter, a 9-yard run by Logan Heim with 11 minutes and 46 seconds left in the quarter. Made the score 24-14. The point after was no good. The Indians battled back, though, in the second quarter, putting together some scores here with 6 minutes and 42 seconds left. Nathan Moon scored on a short run and also scored on the point after to make the score 32-14 Indians. With 4 minutes left in the second quarter, Kevin Keelman took off on a 43-yard run, for a touchdown, followed by a Camden Barons to Sam Hooger point after pass to make the score 40-14. With 2 minutes and 20 seconds left, Sam Hooger scored on a 60 yards.
To make the score 46-14, followed by Nathan Moon point after carry for a score of 48-14. With no time left on the clock, there was one final score for the Indians of the first half here, following a Chipola Panther penalty with no time on the clock, one play left of the half. Max Morrison scored or threw a touchdown pass to Nathan Moon for 23 yards, followed by Nathan Moon point after carry, make the score 56-14 at the half. The Indians kept after things coming out after halftime in the third quarter with 9 minutes 23 seconds left. Nathan Moon scored on a 5-yard carry, followed by Moon point after carry to make the score 64-14. With 10 seconds left in the third quarter, the final score for the Indians of the evening, Peter Kilman carried the ball for a 42-yard run, touchdown carry to make the score 70-14. And there was one score there. The JV guys in there mostly in the fourth quarter with 2 minutes and 39 seconds left in the fourth. Drew Granick scored on a 2-yard touchdown carry. The point after was no good to make the final score 70-20. So good rebound here for the Indians tonight. Trying to build some positive momentum back. Good district win here, and look forward to hosting Turkey Valley here next week home for homecoming. So once again, this is Phil Barnett reporting from Clarksville, where tonight
Hey, thank you very much, Phil. Appreciate it as always. Again, the Clarksville Indians a winner tonight, 70-20 at home over the Chipola Panthers. Going around the horn again for our local scores here. MFL Marmac defeating Applington Parkersburg in our feature game on 99 The Wave, 43-0. The final score there. The Falcons remain winless on the season. Garner Hayfield Ventura was a 21-0 winner over Clarion Goldfield Downs. Dave Stein's coming up next with a report on that matchup as the Cardinals dropped the Cowboys 21-0 there. The fifth-ranked team in Class 1A, Dike New Hartford, a 46-6 win tonight. That, again, the 250th win in program history for the Wolverines since Dike and New Hartford merged in 1992. DNH Schools on Twitter with that info there. The top-ranked school in Class 1A, the Grundy Center Spartans, a 42-6 win tonight. That is their 30th victory in a row, dating back to 2022. Shout out to Jake Ryder for that nugget on that information there tonight. Nevada, 41-21 winner over Hampton Dumont Cal. Iowa Falls Alden, a 14-7 win tonight on the road over Union LaPorte City. Wapsie Valley, 33-6 over the North Butler Bearcats. And the number 6 ranked team in Class 1A, the South Hardin Tigers, a 49-19 win over Albernet tonight. Let's send things to Garner now. That's where Dave Stein was tonight, reporting on the Clarion Goldfield Downs Cowboys.
For the Cowboys was a Charlie Campbell 60-yard run. The Cowboys actually had 2 touchdowns called back in the first half due to holding penalties. And so we went into the locker room with a 14-0 score at the half. After a long halftime due to homecoming festivities in the third quarter, Sullivan Gonzalez would intercept the ball, and the Cowboys would start a drive. They would stall out and turn it back over to the Cardinals. Well, just
and it's actually 3 minutes later. Cole Rothman recovers a fumble, and then the Cowboys once again start a drive. They're stalled out due to penalties deep in Cardinal territory. In the fourth quarter, at the 7:58 mark, Lucas Kroll would find a seam to zip through. 11-yard run at the PAT was good, 21-0. That was the final. The Cowboys unable to put up any points tonight. They will drop to 1-3 overall, 0-1 in Class 2A District 2. Next week, they're at home against the Midgets of Esterville Lincoln Central. Once again, it was the Cardinals of Garner Hayfield Ventura defeating the Cowboys of Clearing Goldfield Dows by a score of 21-0. Reporting for the Dale Howard Overdrive on KLMJ and 99 The Wave, I'm Dave Stein.
Hey, thank you very much. Always. And once again, that was a 21-0 loss for the Cowboys tonight on the road to Garner Hayfield Ventura. That's out of Class 2A District 2. Elsewhere in that district, you heard Dave mention Esterville Lincoln Central. That'll be the Cowboys' next opponent. They lost at home tonight. Okoboji spoiling homecoming for the Midgets tonight, 40-19 the score there as the Pioneers defeat Esterville Lincoln Central. Also in Class 2A District 2 tonight, Spirit Lake with a 56-0 drubbing of the Forest City Indians. Elsewhere in Class 2A for us tonight, let's take a look at District 6. That's where Iowa Falls Alden resides. The Cadets with that 14-7 win on the road over the Union LaPorte City Knights. PCM Monroe defeating Jessup out of that district as well, 55-7. Moving on to Class 3A, non-district action. We're taking a look at teams out of District 2. The Algona Bulldogs with a win tonight, 35-0 over Boyden Hull Rock Valley. Humboldt is a District 2 opponent of Hampton-Dumont Cal. Humboldt played North Polk tonight, and the Wildcats fall to North Polk 26-17. The Bulldogs were on the road at Nevada tonight. Hampton-Dumont Cal falling 21-41, 41-21, I guess you'd say. Winner first, right? The Nevada Cubs 41-21 over Hampton-Dumont Cal, our featured game that was on 104.9 KLMJ tonight. Also, out of District 2, a little bit of score that Bulldog fans might be interested in as well. The top-ranked Clear Lake Lions, they fall on the road to Waverly Shellrock, 31-30 at the behest of a last-second field goal there by the Go Hawks. 31-30, the final score there as the Clear Lake Lions fall tonight in Waverly. Also out of District 2, Webster City loses at home tonight to non-district West Delaware. West Delaware, a 49-7 winner against the Lynx tonight in Webster City. Moving on to Class 1A. Let's take a look at District 3. Dike New Hartford with a 46-6 win at home tonight over Sumner Fredericksburg, and Applington Parkersburg on the road. Our feature game on 99 The Wave earlier tonight, MFL Marmac, a 43-0 win over the Falcons. District 4 action saw the Grundy Center Spartans get their 30th win in a row with a 42-6 win over East Marshall. South Hardin 49-19 over Alburnett. In Class A, West Hancock defeated North Union 47-7 and North Tama over BCLUW 54-24. 8-player action saw Clarksville defeat Tripola 70-20. Gladbrook Rhinebeck a 71-6 winner over Dunkerton. Also in 8-player action tonight, North Iowa, the Bison defeating Rockford 57-6 and Don Bosco a 49-12 winner over Key out of Lansing. One other 2A score to pass along here to you as well. Osage over New Hampton tonight, 34-6. Thanks for our caller for calling in that score as well. 10:28 is the time. Currently 62 degrees in Hampton. We've got time for one more report before we get to the bottom of the hour. So we will go ahead and load that up, and it's going to be Mitch Williams is who we're going to hear from as he had the call alongside Joshua Hamlin tonight. He's going to tell us the story of the Hampton-Dumont Cal Bulldogs as they fall on the road. 41-21, the final score there. Take it away, Mitch.
The Hampton-Dumont Cal football team wrapping up non-district play Friday night as they're on the road to take on the Nevada Cubs. As it was the fourth straight season the Bulldogs and the Cubs would meet during the season. Nevada came away with a win on homecoming here on Friday night with a 41-21 win. Nevada got the scoring started there in the first quarter with a 52-yard touchdown reception by Gavin England to make the score 7-0 after the PAT was good. That coming on a 3rd and 10 there right on their side of the 50. Colin Bird for HD Cal would get the Bulldogs on the board with a 21-yard touchdown reception from Ryder Struther to make the score 7 apiece after the PAT was good. In the second quarter, the only score there was a 16-yard touchdown reception by Lucas Brown, and the PAT was good to make the score 14-7 at the halftime break. To open up the third quarter, Nevada would go on a long touchdown drive, mostly run plays. It was capped off by a 2-yard touchdown run by the quarterback Connor King to make the score 21-7. On the next Nevada possession, it was a botched snap, and the quarterback Connor King unable to handle it, and it was a fumble recovery by Jacob Mailer. And on the next HD Cal possession, it was a 4-yard touchdown run by Colin Bird to make the score 21-14. about midway through the third quarter. But then there was a couple more scores by Nevada. There's a 15-yard touchdown reception by Brown once again to make the score 28-14, and then make the score 34-14 later on with a Drake Hinson 8-yard touchdown reception. Again, 34-14 was the score at that time. PAT no good. HD Cal got on the board one last time with a Brady Haar 5-yard touchdown reception from the quarterback Ryder Struther as the Bulldogs made it 34-21. And then Anthony Eaton got his first rushing touchdown of the night. It was the final score of the game. It was a 25-yard touchdown run for the Cubs to make it 41-21. Their final stats from this one: Anthony Eaton for the Cubs, 23 carries, 157 yards, and a touchdown. Connor King, the senior quarterback for the Cubs, 15-27 for 254 yards, 4 touchdowns, also an interception. Leading receiver for the Cubs, Lucas Brown, 2 touchdowns, 128 receiving yards. For the Bulldogs, Colin Bird, 11 carries, 47 yards, and a rushing touchdown, also a receiving touchdown. Ryder Struther was 7 of 18 passing, 93 yards, and those 2 touchdowns. HD Cal falls to 2-2 on the season officially, and they'll take on Humboldt next week for their first district game during homecoming week as well for the Bulldogs. For the Dale Howard Sports Overdrive, I'm Mitch Williams for Radio on the Go Sports.
Thank you very much, Mitch. Appreciate it as always. Nice call tonight alongside Joshua Hamlin on 104.9 KLMJ. This score coming in there during Mitch's report: Lake Mills was a 27-17 winner tonight in Sheffield over the West Fork Warhawks. Elsewhere around the area, number 6 South Hardin in 1A 49-19 winners over Alburnett. North Butler Falls on the road at Wapsie Valley 33-6. Iowa Falls Alden a winner at Union of LaPorte City 14-7. Top ranked in 1A, Grundy Center 42-6 over East Marshall. Number 5 in 1A, Dike New Hartford a 46-6 victory tonight at home over Sumner Fredericksburg. Clarksville was a 70-20 victor tonight at home over the Tripola Panthers. Clarion Goldfield Dow slips on the road tonight at Garner Hayfield Ventura 21-0, the final score there, as the Cowboys fall to 1-3 on the season. And MFL Marmac with a 43-0 shutout of the Applington Parkersburg Falcons on 99 The Wave tonight. More scores and reports will be coming up again. We're going to recycle things and come right back at you after this break on the Dale Howard Sports Overdrive. It's week number 4. Shawn Dietz for Radio on the Go Sports.
You've been listening to Overdrive, the Dale Howard Sports Overdrive, the extended scoreboard show for Friday night football throughout North Iowa. Brought to you again this year by Dale Howard's Auto Center. That's Dale Howard's in Iowa Falls, where the action is.
Cut the static and all the noise. Catch the calming breeze and relax with 99 The Wave.
Casting from the Crown Jewel Travel Studios in Hampton, Iowa. This is 104.9 FM KLMJ, Hampton, Iowa Falls, Parkersburg, an on-the-go media station.
Excellent! Did you know that NIAC has degrees that you can complete fully online? That's right, your degree on your schedule. The flexibility you need at a time that works for you. Stop in at our Hampton Center 1 office or check us out online at niac.edu/online. It's time to dream big.
Tradition. Voss Studio in Austinville has a tradition like no other photographer in the area. Do indoor portraits in our studio in Austinville, go outdoors in our landscape backyard, or a location of your choosing. See us on Facebook and get the tradition of Voss Studio.
North Central Building Supply is your source for all your building materials. For lumber, paint, roofing, siding, windows, doors, and more, check local first. See North Central Building Supply of Hampton. Also with specialists to design your project, including entire new home.
United Bank and Trust Company's commitment to their customers and communities is always evident. They combine hometown banking with the best technology has to offer. That's why United Bank and Trust Company is your bank.
AP play-by-play and local sportscasts are supported by Chad and the team at Campbell Insurance in Parkersburg for coverage that meets your needs for home, farm, and business, along with real estate services. See your friends at the Campbell Belima office in Parkersburg.
Caring for your furry family members means adapting their lifestyle as they grow older. From shifts in behavior to weight and mobility changes, Ackley Vet reminds you your pet may need more frequent checkups. Dr. Scott Henders and his staff at Ackley Vet Center can help.
No excuses. Sorry, kids. When your teacher knows you have fast, reliable broadband from Dumont Telephone Company, they won't buy that blame the dog excuse anymore. Get online and get your homework done, and so much more with internet from Dumont Telephone.
Bulldog play-by-play and sportscasts are sponsored in part by Clint Burmaster with Burmaster Seed and Service. Talk with Clint about soil sampling this fall and fertilizers with Burmaster Seed and Service of Hampton. 515-290-2774.
It's time to get fueled up with another Dale Howard Sports Drive. High-octane sports news, local, state, and national. Hi, this is Tony Howard. Just like Dale Howard's Auto Center in Iowa Falls has the three-generation tradition in service excellence, Dale Howard's is proud to sponsor this North Iowa tradition with Radio on the Go, powered by Dale Howard's in Iowa Falls, where the action is.
Welcome back, high school football fans. Week number 4. Shawn Dietz in studio with you here on 104.9 KLMJ 99 The Wave, streaming around the world at RadioOnTheGo.com. Missing just one local score as of right now, so we'll give you what we've got here as we work our way down alphabetically. Applington, Parkersburg on the road tonight. Our featured game on 99 The Wave. The Falcons fall in shutout fashion. MFL Marmac, a very tough team up there in northeast Iowa. 43-0, the final score there. The Falcons fall and remain winless on the season. Belmont Clemmy, a score we just got in. The Broncos at home tonight facing a tough 7th-ranked Saints team from St. Ansgar. St. Ansgar, the 54-14 win tonight over the Broncos. Clarion Goldfield Dows on the road as well tonight. They fall to a tough Garner Hayfield Ventura team, 21-0, the final score in Garner tonight. Clarksville gets an area win, 70-20 in 8-player football over the visiting Tripola Panthers. The Indians hosting tonight, 70-20. Again, the final score there. In Class 1A, the 5th-ranked team from that class, the Dike New Hartford Wolverines, get a 46-6 victory over Sumner Fredericksburg. That is the 250th win in program history since the schools merged in 1992. Credit to D&H Schools on Twitter for that statistic there. Top-ranked team in Class 1A is the Grundy Center Spartans, also your defending state champion from Class 1A. The Spartans continue their winning streak, 42-6 tonight over East Marshall. That's 30 in a row if you're keeping score at home. Thanks to Jake Ryder on Twitter for that information there. Hampton Dumont Cal was on the road tonight. Our feature game on 104.9 KLMJ. The Bulldogs looking to get a win tonight after having to forfeit that game from last week due to ineligible player. And, there's obviously, being a Bulldog fan, you know what our thoughts are on that. But anyway, rule is a rule, and Nevada ends up preventing the Bulldogs from getting in the win column tonight. 41-21, the Bulldogs now officially 2-2 on the season. Iowa Falls Alden, a 14-7 winner over Union of LaPorte City, 14-7. Wapsie Valley was a 33-6 winner at home tonight over the North Butler Bearcats. The 6th-ranked team in Class 1A, South Hardin, a 49-19 win, and Eldora tonight at home over Alburnett. And Lake Mills was a 27-17 winner over West Fork. More coming up on the Dale Howard Sports Overdrive. Stay tuned.
Homegrown and locally owned. 99 The Wave is 98.9 KQCR FM. Parkersburg, Iowa Falls, Hampton. An on-the-go media station.
Turn on the bat radio. We're keeping it local for you, Franklin County. 30 years and going strong. You're tuned into 104.9 KLMJ Hampton, an on-the-go media station.
It's game time with high school sports. Do you have your mascot debit card from Greenbelt Bank and Trust? Show your school pride for the Cadets, Cougars, Tigers, Spartans, Broncos, and Falcons. Stop by Greenbelt Bank and Trust today and discover the mascot debit card benefits.
Hey, what do you say? Let's go Bulldogs. Butch Grokiatabadi has been repairing vehicles since 2005. We have met so many wonderful people during those 18 years, who we now call friends. Thank you for trusting us at Butch Grokiatabadi.
Radio on the go weather. Active weather moving our way with a rather large storm system settling into the plains. We're pretty clear as the night goes on into the early parts of our Saturday. The overnight low 60s. See some sunshine for Saturday, warming to a high of 85. Through the afternoon, we're going to start to kick in some scattered showers and even a strong to isolated severe storm. 70% chance for rain and thunderstorms by Saturday night, and more scattered showers and thunderstorms bubbling out Sunday. a meteorologist, Jennifer Naramore.
Thank you very much, Jennifer. 62 degrees in Hampton at the Crown Jewel Travel Studios on 104.9 KLMJ and 99 The Wave KQCR. And we'll get you back to more sports coming up here in just a moment. Also want to let you know, coming up at the top of the hour, we'll send it to Radio Iowa. They have their statewide scoreboard show that will join at the top of the 11 o'clock hour. They'll swing it all around the state and take a look at all of the scores and a few reports from them as well. So stay tuned for that coming up at the top of the hour here on KLMJ and 99 The Wave. Stay tuned.
While other stations are shutting down their local programming, 99 The Wave keeps you sailing. 98.9 KQCR is proudly locally owned and operated with offices in Hampton and Parkersburg, an on-the-go media station.
Building back better and making your airwaves great again. News and entertainment everyone can agree on. KLMJ feels like coming home.
Now, let us get down to business.
Welcome back to the Dale Howard Sports Overdrive on high school football Friday night, week number 4. Shawn Dietz happy to be along with you for another Friday night here in the Crown Jewel Travel Studios with Radio on the Go Sports. And looking ahead at this weekend's college football action, the 20th ranked Iowa State Cyclones will host Arkansas State on Saturday. Iowa State head coach Matt Campbell says he's concerned about the Red Wolves' team speed.
You got an elite punt returner, multiple punt returns for touchdowns. You got an elite kick returner. Both those guys are electric on the offensive side of the football. You look at their defense and all three levels of the defense. They've done a great job.
Campbell says Arkansas State has a lot of weapons on offense.
They can really challenge you in the running game. Really great stable in the backfield. That's been super talented. Guys that are explosive can run. Even their offensive line, I thought really athletic. Veteran center, some really good players that are showing up in a really positive way. And then obviously at the skill positions at receiver, probably most impressive. Collectively across the board, guys that are making big plays and playmakers.
Campbell says communication will be key for the Cyclone defense against an Arkansas State offense that wants to play hurry up.
When you play a team that's going to play with great tempo, is they're going to really challenge your communication and your discipline in terms of playing your responsibility. And, the number one thing that has to happen is you got to get communicated and you got to have the ability to get lined up.
He says the first chore will be to get lined up and ready at the snap.
This team obviously challenges you to do that, and I think that's why you see so many explosive plays from them offensively, is their ability to almost get people out of rhythm, get people out of their alignment, get their eyes wrong, and they have the ability to then make great plays down the field.
The Cyclones are coming off of a bye week and will kick off at 1 o'clock pregame, underway at 11 a.m. on 104.9 KLMJ. John Walters will have the call on the Cyclone Sports Radio Network. And to the black and gold now, Iowa will visit Minnesota in the Big Ten opener for both. Head coach Kirk Ferentz learned quickly about the battle for Floyd of Rosedale after joining Hayden Fry's staff all the way back in 1981. He says he always lets the new players know what it means.
Once you're here for a little bit, you figure it out real quickly and what it means. I think for this particular one, there's a real deep history. Certainly, so yeah, we'll do that. Give the guys a chance. And, we haven't seen the pig in a while. So, we'll have pictures and all that and see if we can do something about it. But just that never seems to come easy.
Iowa's defense has given up numerous big plays the past 2 weeks, and Ferentz says that needs to be fixed.
They are correctable. So the key thing is, are we going to correct them? And the good news is we've played good defense with all the same guys on the field. So, you just don't get those back. It's like losing a game. You don't get it back.
Coach Ferentz says the Gophers will provide a tough challenge for his Hawkeyes.
They've got a really good football team. They're very veteran, play extremely hard, well coached, and I think they're playing with a lot of confidence now, and rightfully so. Tough loss in the first game, come back in. They've looked really good the last 2 weeks.
Kickoff is scheduled for 6:30 p.m., and I believe that game is streaming on Peacock, so you can check that out. And also, for what it's worth, Gopher fans out there, it still was not a fair catch. Back with more on the Dale Howard Sports Overdrive for week number 4 of high school football Friday night on Radio on the Go Sports. Stay tuned.
Building is on fire.
KLMJ 104.9 FM Hampton, serving the communities of Franklin, Butler, Hardin, and Wright counties, and on-the-go media station.
Applington and Eldora, we've got the music locked in on 99 The Wave.
Contact D&L Sanitation in Sheffield for the most reliable garbage and recycling services in Franklin and southern Cerro Gordo County. For extra waste stickers, visit Hampton Hardware or Casey's in Sheffield. That's D&L Sanitation, 641-892-4483.
Welcome to our new home. Hi, this is Brandy Reince with Cedar Valley Primary Care and Walk-In Clinic. We are now at our new office, and we welcome you to stop by and take a look. We are now open and seeing patients at 305 3rd Street, right across from the post office in downtown Parkersburg.
Enjoy smooth sailing with Beth Strand during the Midday Wave. Every Monday through Friday, 10 to 3 on your home for great yacht rock and classic hits. 99 The Wave.
Making mornings brighter. Tune into Beth Strand and start your day off with a smile. The KLMJ Morning Show, 6 to 10 a.m. Monday through Friday on 104.9 FM.
Welcome back to the Dale Howard Sports Overdrive. Shawn Dietz with you for Radio on the Go Sports. High school football Friday night, week number 4. Let's review some high school volleyball from this week, shall we? There was a really big triangular that took place. Welcome back to the Dale Howard Sports Overdrive. High school football week number 4, Friday night. Shawn Dietz, glad to have you along with us here for Radio on the Go Sports. A huge triangular taking place this week in high school volleyball action. We'll recap that here for you. Taking a break from the gridiron as the number 6 in Class 2A Dyke New Hartford volleyball team went 2-0 against number 14 in 2A Grundy Center, going 1-1, and 9th ranked in 2A Sumner Fredericksburg going 0-2 at a marquee triangular that was hosted by the Wolverines last night. That was aired on 99 The Wave. Here's John Mowinkle with the details.
In the opener, the Spartans defeated the Cougars 2-0 with set scores of 26-24, 25-20. Sumner Fredericksburg fought back to force bonus points in the first set after trailing 13-7. In the second set, the Spartans led 11-4 before the Cougars raced back to tie the set at 15, but the Spartans pulled away late. Ryan Brubaker had 8 kills and Paige Venigay had 5. In the second match, the Wolverines earned the night's most lopsided win, 25-16, 25-11. In the first set, D&H led 13-2, but the Cougars answered with 7 straight points to make it 13-9. The Wolverines followed shortly after with an 8-point run to help put the set away. The second set was the quickest of the night as the Wolverines ran away for the win. Izzy Norton led with 5 kills. In the finale, the Wolverines won 25-17, 25-20. In the first set, Grundy Center led 9-7, but the Wolverines responded with a 9-1 run to make it 16-10. In set 2, the Spartans fought back as the Wolverines neared match point, but couldn't get any closer. Brubaker had 5 kills to lead the Spartans. Grundy Center coach Lori Willis.
We became really predictable on where we're going, which allowed their block to get set up really nice, which allows their defense to set up around the block. So they were able to make more defensive plays because we were very readable. Both teams, I thought, served really aggressive from the line. So we were, battling that way. And their hitters were hitting closer to the net, so they were able to do a little bit more, and we were struggling putting up a hittable ball because of our ball control.
D&H coach Diane Harm says it was a great way to come back from 9 off days.
We've had actually, I think, 9 days off, the longest stretch we've ever had. So you're never really sure how you're going to come out and how you're going to respond after being off that long. But our girls put together some really nice plays and rallies, and we put good sequences together. We also struggled, and we found a way to push through that and regroup. And so saw a lot of positive things tonight from our girls.
Maddie Buskell and Shannon Mormon each led the Wolverines with 6 kills.
D&H returns to action on Saturday with a home tournament. Grundy Center will be at a tournament at number 5 in 1A Janesville on Saturday. More tough competition there for the Spartans. And the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union has announced more rankings this week. Class 1A, Ankeny Christian is the top-ranked team. St. Ansgar, number 2. Janesville is in at number 5. BCLUW, number 7. Don Bosco, number 8. North Tama is number 10. In Class 2A, Denver is the top-ranked team, followed by Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont at number 2. South Hardin Tigers are number 4. Dyke New Hartford, number 6. Applington Parkersburg, number 7. Sumner Fredericksburg, number 9. In Class 3A, Mount Vernon is number 1. Wahlert Catholic out of Dubuque, number 2. In 4A, North Scott is the top team. Cedar Rapids Xavier is number 2. And in 5A, Ankeny Centennial is the top-ranked team, followed by Pleasant Valley at number 2. Full rankings can be found at RadioOnTheGo.com. Stay tuned. More to come on the Dale Howard Sports Overdrive. It's high school football Friday night, week number 4.
Listen to KLMJ online, only at RadioOnTheGo.com.
The all-new Radio on the Go mobile app. New features to react to songs, message the station, podcasts, link to social media, plus an all-new weather app forecast page, and all the news and sports you're used to. Download it now at the App Store or Google Play.
Welcome to our new home. Hi, this is Brandy Reince with Cedar Valley Primary Care and Walk-In Clinic. We are now at our new office, and we welcome you to stop by and take a look. We are now open and seeing patients at 305 3rd Street, right across from the post office in downtown Parkersburg.
It's back. Get fiber for football with Dumont Telephone. Football returns, and ESPN Plus, Peacock, Amazon, and Netflix will all air live college and pro games. Switch to fiber internet today with Dumont Telephone Company and get connected to stream your team all season long.
Enjoy your breakfast and coffee with TJ. Tune your dial to the TJ Show every Monday through Friday, 6 to 10 a.m. on 99 The Wave.
Hampton, Iowa Falls, Parkersburg, and all the small towns and farms in between. 104.9 KLMJ, an on-the-go media station. Proud to be locally owned and operated.
Welcome back into the Crown Jewel Travel Studios here in Hampton, Iowa. 104.9 KLMJ, 99 The Wave, KQCR. Shawn Dietz is my name. Glad to have you along with us here for week number 4, recapping high school football action. Our next recap is going to be from John Mowinkle. He had the featured game tonight on 99 The Wave. MFL Marmac shutting out Applington Parkersburg 43-0.
The Applington Parkersburg football team struggled to maintain momentum early and ended up getting blitzed 43-0 at MFL Marmac in week 4 on Friday night in the district opener, as aired on 99 The Wave. The Falcons are now 0-4 for the first time in program history and have begun district play 0-1. MFL Marmac was able to march straight down the field pretty much on all of their drives except for one in the first half on touchdown runs by Eli Hansen. He had 2 in the first half. Parker Keel had a couple of touchdowns in the game as well. Hunter Christofferson and Quinn McGee adding touchdowns for MFL Marmac throughout this one. AP could not get great field position. That was one of Coach Thomas's keys entering this one, but basically the entire first quarter was played in Applington Parkersburg territory. They could just not swing that pendulum and get the momentum that they needed. The good news for AP in this one is that they cut down the number of turnovers. They had a couple later in the game after the result of the game had kind of been decided, but they go from 8 last week to just 2 this week against MFL Marmac, and they got some new guys into the action. We'll talk about that in a sec, but here's Coach Aaron Thomas on his post-game thoughts from this loss to MFL Marmac.
We played the whole first quarter. I don't think we ever got the ball to the other side of the field, and you know, we got to be able to where we can move it. And then after the first quarter, we did move it a little and did some better things there. And defensively early, you know, they just marched it on us at will. Good job by Coach Lynch. We made the adjustment defensively. We went back to our forefront. We had the 5 in, back to the 4, and I thought our guys were better. We're there. We just got to keep working on our tackling, because I thought we were there quite a few times. And their credit, you know, they got some strong physical running backs, but we're going to see more of those throughout the year. So we just got to finish plays and tackle. But, you know, I thought our guys never quit. I was proud of that. It would have been easy, especially early when we got down, 20-27, to spit the bit, get the clock running. And, our guys did not do that. They continued to battle. So very proud of that.
One of the new wrinkles that AP added was freshman Devin Eberhardt coming in and getting some carries, unofficially 9 carries, 39 yards. He was able to burst through some holes and find some openings, something that you really can't teach. So certainly will be interesting to see what the game plan with him is the rest of the season. Leading rusher for the Falcons was Creighton Eberhardt, 13 carries for 72 yards. And the Falcons just had a few pass completions to Caleb Campbell. He had 2 receptions for 10 yards. Creighton Eberhardt, 1 catch, 14 yards. And Devin Eberhardt, 1 reception for 4 yards. MFL Marmac had 2 rushers over 100 yards. Eli Hansen had 104 yards, and Quinn McGee had 225 yards on 16 carries. So Applington Parkersburg will look to put this in the rearview mirror. After playing 3 of their first 4 on the road, they will play 3 of their final 4 games at home, and it'll start by taking on Denver at home next week in Week 5 at Ed Thomas Field. The Falcons will look for their first win of the season next week. Once again, the final score in Week 4, MFL Marmac 43, Appleton Parkersburg 0. I'm John Mowinkle reporting from Monona for Radio on the Go Sports.
Monona, that's right. I think I said Marquette earlier. John knows where he was at. Once again, MFL Marmac with the 43-0 win over Appleton Parkersburg earlier tonight, as heard on 99 The Wave. New report coming in during John's report there. We're going to send things to Grundy Center and Jake Ryder. That's where the Spartans got their 30th straight victory tonight. I'll let Jake tell you all about it.
I'm Jake Ryder with the Marshalltown Times-Republican reporting from Grundy Center for the Dale Howard Sports Overdrive on KLMJ and 99 The Wave. The Grundy Center Spartans wrangled the East Marshall Mustangs for homecoming tonight with a 42-6 victory at Spartan Stadium. Both teams entered the game with 3-0 records, but Grundy Center dominated both sides of the ball for a win to start district play in Class 1A District 4. Tonight was also the Spartans' 30th consecutive win, dating back to 2022. Grundy Center needed just 3 plays from scrimmage to start the scoring on its opening drive, as Tiernan Vokes holded a 19-yard touchdown reception from Judd Jarofsky. Aiden Betts added the point after, and it was 7-0 Grundy Center, with 10:53 left in the first. Judd Jarofsky ran in a 5-yard touchdown with 5:56 left in the first, and the point after pushed Grundy Center's lead to 14-0. Jarofsky went back to the air for a 33-yard touchdown pass to Devin Hinders. The kick was good, and it was 21-0 Grundy Center, with 1:32 left in the first. On the ensuing kickoff, Eli Wegmans stripped the ball for a fumble return for a touchdown, and it was 28-0 Grundy Center after the point PAT. Hayden Gertis ran in a 1-yard touchdown with 8:21 left to halftime to make it 35-0 Grundy Center. East Marshall mustered a response before halftime on an 18-yard touchdown catch by Eli Burns on a pass from Jake Farrington. The point after kick was blocked, and the halftime score was 35-6 in favor of Grundy Center. After Tiernan Vokes recovered an East Marshall fumble to start the second half, Vokes picked up his second touchdown reception of the night on a 20-yard pass play from Judd Jarofsky to make it 42-6 Grundy Center with 10:11 left in the third. Judd Jarofsky finished with 232 passing yards and 3 touchdowns on 13 of 16 passing, and rushed for 41 yards and a score on the ground. Tiernan Vokes made 5 catches for 107 yards in addition to the 2 receiving touchdowns. East Marshall falls to 3-1 and hosts South Hardin next week. Grundy Center is 4-0 and is at home against Waterloo Columbus. Once again, the final score from Grundy Center tonight, Grundy Center 42, East Marshall 6. For the Dale Howard Sports Overdrive on KLMJ and 99 The Wave, I'm Jake Ryder with the Marshalltown Times-Republican.
Hey, Jake, we appreciate it as always, and big congratulations to the Spartans there on that milestone 30th victory in a row. Wrapping up the first part of the Dale Howard Sports Overdrive here before we send things off to Radio Iowa. Don't want to forget to mention that Fox Sports has released the first 2 episodes of a podcast series that Tom Rinaldi presents, Sacred Acre. I listened to the first 2 episodes. Phenomenal so far. If you're not familiar with Tom Rinaldi's storytelling, you're going to love it. The podcast delves into the remarkable and heart-wrenching story of former AP coach Ed Thomas, one of America's most esteemed high school football coaches, tragically murdered back in 2009. The first episode features interviews with all 4 former NFL players of the Falcons, sons Aaron and Todd, widow Jan, grandson Gavin, brother Greg, and others. According to the trailer, listeners will gain insight into the legacy that Thomas left behind, not only as a 2-time state champion coach who helped produce 4 NFL players, but also as a mentor who shaped so many lives. The podcast can be found on Apple and Spotify and wherever else podcasts can be found. New episodes being released on Thursdays through October 17th. Like I said, I've heard the first couple of episodes. Just great storytelling, once again, from Tom Rinaldi, now with Fox Sports after many years with ESPN. So that's going to wrap it up for this edition of the Dale Howard Sports Overdrive. Stay tuned. Radio Iowa's high school football scoreboard show coming up next year on KLMJ and 99 The Wave.
You've been listening to Overdrive, the Dale Howard Sports Overdrive. the extended scoreboard show for Friday Night Football throughout North Iowa. Brought to you again this year by Dale Howard's Auto Center. That's Dale Howard's in Iowa Falls, where the action is.
Broadcasting from the Crown Jewel Travel Studios in Hampton, Iowa. This is 104.9 FM KLMJ, Hampton, Iowa Falls, Parkersburg, and on-the-go media station.
Honoring the past and embracing the future. 99 The Wave is KQCR 98.9 FM, Parkersburg, an on-the-go media station.